Thank you so much. Sometimes it's really good to hear about yourself, right? Which we have been hearing that for quite some time. But when someone else says that, you feel, Acha, I have done something in life. But the fact is, in this medley session, I have someone with me who has done way more in life, and someone we all probably look for as inspiration. We all are used to having speeches and conversations, but this person over here on screen is going to touch you in a way probably you have never been touched before. Can I request? Oh yes, I can finally see her on screen. Can I request the Zoom up to spotlight our medley guest speaker for today's Inspire 2021, Anamika. I request the Zoom master to unmute Anamika. All right.
Yeah.
Hi Anamika, welcome to the Division BSM Conference of District 98 at Toastmasters Inspire 2021.
Thank you, Hardik, and thanks to everyone for having me here. I look forward to this.
All right, I'll quickly introduce Anamika. For some of you might have heard that viral video of hers, but before that, there's a lot more to Anamika than that one video which you saw. She's currently the founder of Baaton Ki Bakwas. Now, Baaton Ki Bakwas is one of the unconventional Hindi poetry channels in India. Once someone said her poems touch a weird nerve. I did that when I heard that. So I know Anamika since almost 3 4 years. She might not know that, but we are part of Rodin Hoods. We both were entrepreneurs at one point in time. We are still in different genres right now, and we used to interact through blogs and posts by reading her blogs and posts, and that's how I know her. And few years later, when I heard that poem of hers, we'll come to that story. That's one of the best stories you're gonna hear today. I was like, I know her somewhere. And it had been a while that we interacted. And that poem touched that nerve, that weird nerve which you're talking about here. Right then she knew this is what it's going to be about always. To touch the unspoken, uncomfortable aspects of our lives that have been silent and rooted so deep. That they need to be touched and ruffled through words and discussions. Today, Baaton Ki Bakwas is a brand in itself, and her videos have been cumulatively viewed over 1 billion times. Wow. And no one views my reels even 10 times. But okay, that's the comparison and benchmark I'm going to have over here. So we'll figure out from her how do we get there. Owing to her unconventional approach style, she has been widely covered by popular digital and print media houses like Brood, Femina, Midday, Quint, Better India, Scoop, Rajasthan Patrika. Can we add Toastmasters to the list, Anamika, if you permit? You're going to be here. So after this, you probably add Toastmasters to the list of the series as well. Anamika Joshi Akka Bato, is it Bato?
Batto.
Okay. Bato stays in Jaipur and has been a businesswoman since 2009 before being a spoken word artist with Batto Ki Bakwas. She was the co-founder of Nail Bites, a brand communication agency for 5 years before co-founding her second startup, Oot Patang, a licensed
Utpatang.
merchandise. Oot Patang. All right. Okay. I need to get working on my Hindi thanks to Toastmasters. I think irony bilingual club, Karthik, if you're hearing, you have a member in place already. So, welcome Anamika to Toastmasters and Division BSM conference. Do you want to start
Thank
with two lines before we get with the conversation?
So actually, instead of 2 lines, I would like to talk about a very small poem, not more than 2 minutes. तो आप ऐसे पहले से प्री कंसीव नोशन के साथ मत बैठना कि पोएट आई है तो बोर करने वाली है. मैं भी बोरिंग पोएम्स नहीं सुनती हूँ. So we will keep it very interesting. And because Toastmasters and anything like this is all about, introducing yourself formally and speaking in certain way and having a mannerism. So I have a small piece on Opcharikta. Would you like to hear it? Would you like to hear about the Opchariktas of life? Okay, so I will just introduce myself with that poem. Is that fine, Hadir? Or do you
Yes,
want me
yes,
to go with
please.
the...
No, no.
So this is about कितनी औपचारिकता है जिंदगी में. कितनी औपचारिकता है जिंदगी में. बोलना कुछ चाहते हैं पर वो बोल नहीं पाते हैं. मन के उबाल को भी चाशनी में डुबो के बताते हैं. गुस्से का घूंट तो रोज ही पी जाते हैं. गला खुलता है चिल्लाने को तो उसे भी चुप कराते हैं. कितनी औपचारिकता है जिंदगी में. जो जैसा है उसे वैसा नहीं दिखाते हैं। शब्दों का चुनाव, चेहरे के हाव भाव, मन का तनाव, दिल की ढुलकती नाव, सबको किनारे पर सजाते हैं। खुलकर बीच समंदर में गोते नहीं लगाते हैं। कितनी औपचारिकता है जिंदगी में, ओके फाइन थैंक यू से ही काम चलाते हैं। डर के पंजों में इच्छाओं को दबोचा हुआ पाते हैं। बहादुरी का तो हम बस ढोंग रचाते हैं। मन तो करता है फिल्टर हटा दे बीच का, पर समाज के चार लोगों से हम भी घबराते हैं। कितनी औपचारिकता है जिंदगी में, चलो इसे हम भी निभाते हैं, इसे हम भी निभाते हैं। थैंक यू।
I'll request everyone to have the videos on right now. Contest khatam ho chuka hai. Now it's time for you all to enjoy over here. The chat section is on, so you can have your chats, comments flowing. Anamika and me will not be disturbed with your chats, and we'll be happy to see your reactions to the conversation that is happening over here. So, Anamika, before we come to this current phase of life in the last 2 years that you're going through, the celebrity status, let's go back to 2009, when you started the entrepreneurial journey about nail bites and then you had Oot Patang. Tell us something about how that started and what has been that life journey all about. Probably historical past, but वो कैसा था जमाना?
वो जमाना ऐसा था जहां पर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप शब्द का मुझे मतलब नहीं पता था, और ना ही स्टार्टअप, ना ही इन्वेस्टर, ना ही buyouts, nothing. So I started in 2009, and I started after working as a copywriter for 1.5 years. And then I thought कि अरे ये तो मैं कर सकती हूँ, तो मैंने अपनी ब्रांड कम्युनिकेशन एजेंसी खोल ली. And as young people, you think that you can do better than what you have been seeing around, and you kind of have all the energy and no apprehensions at all. So kudos to that energy that we all have at that point of time. So I started Nail Bites with my now partner, like my life partner now, but as a business partner, we co-founded the agency, and we both were copywriters. Within 2 days, our designer said कि मैं तो नौकरी कर रहा हूँ, मैं नहीं part बन रहा आपकी एजेंसी का. And we already had one client, and that was the only client we were hopeful about, that will pay our bills and kiraya and everything. So me and Tarun went on for 1.5 years copywriting for big agencies before we could actually have designers on board and have a team to serve as an agency ourselves to the clients, various clients that we had over a period of time. So Nail Bites journey was pretty good. We learned a lot. We failed a lot, obviously. And after 5 years, we thought there is a very big issue with retention of good designers. And every journey is a start from where we left off, So for example, you have a project and then you learn everything about it. And by the end of it, there is another project, and then you start from the scratch. जहाँ पर आप वही लड़ाई कर रहे हो client से कि लोगो बड़ा, लोगो छोटा, content ऐसा, design वैसा, color वैसा. तो we realize that कि service industry में ये बहुत बड़ा challenge रहने वाला है. So let's go to the product side and let's create something of our own and sell it. E-commerce was just starting at that point of time. So in 2015, we started Oot Patang, which was a merchandise brand, and we created merchandise for movie production houses, like biggest movie production houses you can name. We did merchandise for music events like EDC, EVC, NH7 Weekender, corporate gifting. So we did all of that over a span of 5 years. But we went into a lot of debt. So itna zyada karza ho gaya because we had no idea what product side had in store for us. Because we all have this thing कि हम कुछ अच्छा बनाएंगे और लोग ऐसे दरवाजे पे खड़े हो जाएंगे खरीदने के लिए. हम वेबसाइट पे डालेंगे और लोग एकदम खरीद कार्ट पे भर भर के लेके जाएंगे. But the thing is that no one knows about you, right? And we were copywriters. We were not good sellers. And it took us some good 6-7 years to realize that we are not sellers, and until unless you can't sell your product, no matter how good you are at making them, conceptualizing them, how good you are a creative person, you can't get that out there. We had investors on board, which definitely brought opportunities to the firm, but we actually messed that completely because we had no idea how to prepare that heavy sheets and the reporting and everything. So I realized that कि entrepreneurship को अभी जो एक resources हैं, अभी जो access हैं to various resources and mentors and everything, we had no access to that, and I think we didn't look out enough for that. So after getting into a lot of debt and trying to struggle a lot and failed a lot, we kind of decided to dissolve the operations. And that was the decision when we took that, after 10 years of spending in Delhi and doing this 2 startups, we decided to move out of Delhi due to various reasons. But our idea was we will go to Bombay and restart something over there, or just do this merchandise business close to our investors where they could mentor us. They were based out of Bombay. But something clicked, and we, instead of shifting to Bombay, we shifted to my hometown, Jaipur. And this all took place within a span of 15 days. During that time, I was doing a lot of personal, assessment about what I have been doing all these years, and as a person, what I have become and what I want to do in future and everything. The one thing that I learned during that period was that I need to surrender a lot instead of trying to take control of everything going around. So with all this mess around, I decided to just leave the control. And when the decision came to move back to Jaipur, I just thought, let us do that. Whereas the old Anamika would have actually, did a lot of pros and cons and everything, and would have actually logically questioned a lot of things, whether to move out or not. But at that point of time, I decided I need to have some change from this Delhi's messed up entrepreneur thing that I have been into. And there is also another side of entrepreneurship, right? Because you have been told that fake it till you make it. So I have been faking it for so long that I lost my personal side of what I am as a person completely in the span of 10 years. So कहीं आप networking के लिए जाते हो तो वहां आपको पूछते हैं कितने client है, क्या team size है, क्या revenue है, and you would actually say what you aspire to have. It's not the truth. Most of the times you make up a lot of things while you're struggling back in your office. So I realized that this constant need to be someone you are not actually had a great impact on my mental wellness as well. So I think that was the one decision that I took to move to Jaipur and just figure out. So one good year I figured out what to do next, and that is how Batton Ki Bakwas journey started. So that is another story. But this is my entrepreneurship ki story. I did a lot but messed up a lot, and now this is where I am.
So, especially कुछ चीजें we can so relate in Toastmasters when you mentioned that, clients बोलते logo बड़ा करो, ये मजा नहीं आया kind of fear. How many mentees and speakers in the house have their mentors come back and tell them, यार voice modulation बराबर नहीं है, body language में थोड़ा improve करो. How many of you can relate to that? Please switch on your video and show me that smile when you tell that, यार मतलब क्या करूं मैं? Volume बढ़ा लिया मैंने, I have all emotions, but I'm still not able to satisfy my mentor. और मेरे को वो best speaker का खिताब कब मिलेगा? All the IC contests in the house. I'm sure how many times you practiced your speech today, someone will still come and tell you, यार वो feel नहीं आ रही है. So that's so relatable to us at a lot of levels over here. And the second part you mentioned about marketing, probably we are good professionals, we're good artists, we are probably good speakers. Cyril is laughing over here कि भाई मैं eloquence का PR कर करके थक गया, but कोई आ नहीं रहा है. So that marketing aspect to all of us is going to be a pain point in very commonly for all of us. That's so relatable to how you relate your entrepreneur journey to your life, and how it becomes such integral to all of us. So you mentioned there are 2 points I'm going to ask you on this, one after the other. One is you mentioned you were working with your life partner, in your businesses. Now, how easy or difficult is it to work with your life partner? मतलब office में भी वो साथ में, घर पे भी वो साथ में. Do you carry work between the two things? और कभी यहाँ पे जगह ऑफिस में झगड़ा हो गया तो घर पे खाना नहीं मिला, kind of stuff. The typical things that you see and hear. Is that something that happened? Actually, some incident you want to share about?
Yes. So what happened is, during that time we were also dating each other also, right? So it was like after we started dating, we started this agency, and 10 years we were co-founders. But I think we talked nothing but about the work. Even at 12 o'clock at night, we were talking about kal kya karna hai, parso kya karna hai. And I don't remember a time when we actually enjoyed, being with each other, because we were constantly thinking of what he messed up with, what I messed up with, and how to get that right once we are back in the office. We carried a lot of baggage back at home, and many people actually know very well to, deal with that. You know, they know how to separate that professional aspect of your life with your personal. I had no idea about that. He had no idea about that. We were actually two professionals back at home also, constantly figure out, because, you know, the business was not doing very good. So when your business is not going too good, you are in a constant state of stress. You are then two co-founders, you are not partners. Your co-founders struggling with your professional life, not happy with your professional side of your life, not growing, you know, bahar duniya ko lag raha hai ki are वाह, मतलब ये तो इतने clients हैं and everything, but you're messing up each day. You are messing up with one thing or the other, and there are like bouts of inspiration or bouts of happiness. Like 3 महीने के बाद कोई check आया या कोई client ने तारीफ कर दी, तो एक happiness का एक feel आ रहा है. Then 6 महीने का लंबा समंदर कि भाई वही स्ट्रगल डेली, एम्प्लॉयज जो है आ नहीं रहे हैं, रिटेंशन में दिक्कत हो रही है, हायरिंग में दिक्कत हो रही है, सो एवरीथिंग. So I think we carried that baggage for a long time. After we decided to move separate ways, abhi bhi beech mein, after we moved to Jaipur, we were planning to co-found again a startup of a clothing store. I'm very thankful we didn't do that, because I'm having my best time with him right now. Like, this is the time he can mess up with his own professional side, and I am messing up with my professional side. And when we come together, we are two partners, not co-founders. So that is a blessing, and that has worked well for me. But I'm sure there are many co-founders. We have examples of many co-founders who actually do it pretty well, right? Back at home and also in office. So yeah, that was my personal experience.
So when you said that, you know, startups ko client milna is a pain point, right? I mean, I have been there and I run my own startup. So, you know, that client acquisition is difficult. VP memberships in the house. क्लब के लिए मेंबर ढूंढना कितना मुश्किल है, जरा बता दो हमको. मतलब आई थिंक दैट इज वेयर यू रिलेट बैक टू द फैक्ट व्हेन गेस्ट आता है, द वे सम ऑफ अस हाउंड द गेस्ट बाय जॉइन कर ले मेंबरशिप, इज दैट हाउ यू डू इट, राइट? सो अनामिका, यू स्पोक अबाउट डेट, कर्जा था, यू हैड टू फेल्ड स्टार्टअप्स, you had a personal life to live with your, you know, with your partner. Do you think that impacted you mentally as well? You know, it's not easy. You have spent 10 years trying to build something that you strongly believe in. But वो नहीं click, that click नहीं आया. Something went wrong. You know, you tried all things that you do. You believe that मैंने तो सब कोशिश कर ली, ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? And then the decision to shut down something that you started. It's like a baby, right? You're abandoning your baby. For 5 years, you loved it, nurture करो उसको, and then suddenly you decide ये नहीं हो रहा है मुझसे. So how does it impact your mental health?
So greatly, it impacted my mental health. Like, I learned about having anxiety and, you know, mental health होता क्या है, मुझे उस time पर पता चला था, how it can impact you, like body wise, how it impacts your body and, you know, your strength. But the thing is that Nail Bites was not a failed startup. So we were like, we had a 15-member team at that point at Nail Bites. We had some 20-25 clients we were serving. And it was a decision we took because we were not able to manage those clients well. And we started getting some feedback which were not unhappy clients. And we decided that this is going to be a long challenge. And we were doing pretty well at that point of time. Still, people used to ask us, why did you shut Nail Bites down? You know, because we were doing videos, we were doing editing, we were doing all kinds of brand communication. Social media was just starting, and we were serving some 5 to 6 clients and serving their social media needs. So that decision we took because we had the strength at that point of time that, you know, the money that we have, let's start a product business, and we moved out of it willingly. But that was some decision which I think we didn't ask around much. It was a decision between two of us. And perhaps if we had asked around enough and understood the challenges of a product startup, we would have understood well what we are entering ourselves into. But entering into debt and moving out of the business is like a slow death. You know, you don't shut your business in a day. So there is one point of day, a moment when you realize that अब इससे आगे आप नहीं कर सकते. And after realizing that, you stretch for another 5 months because you still, you know, are to and fro about that decision. You want to go back to business. You feel like नहीं कर सकते. Then you go back 15 days after, no, नहीं कर सकते. It's a slow death. You know, you kind of seeing your startup die. You are kind of seeing your something you conceptualized and you did everything, put your 5 years into dying a slow death, and you yourself moving along with it. You know, you are losing yourself into it. I remember taking that decision one fine day when my mind couldn't take it anymore. Like my brain or my heart couldn't take it anymore. So physically, I was not capable of getting up and going to the office. And I think my body said, ki, this is it. You will have to stop here. But I couldn't let go of the social media accounts that I used to manage of Utpatang, my startup. And I couldn't, stop myself from responding to the clients. And then I talked to a friend of mine who was also a psychologist, who said that you will have, if you want to move out of this, you will have to move out completely. आप एक पैर उसमें रख के नहीं सोच सकते कि हाँ अब एक अच्छी सी जर्नी पे निकल जाते हैं. आपका एक पैर वहां फंसा हुआ. You will have to have the strength to completely move out of the space and shut yourself from that world to start something new. And it took a lot of courage, Hardik. I think थोड़ा explain करना भी मुश्किल होता है वो एक point पे, because वो आप बहुत सोचते हो बैठकर कि क्या मैं वाकई में डिसीजन करना चाहती हूँ, मैं लोगों को क्या बोलूंगी. सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत what I talked about, right? कि what will I say to the people who know me as a co-founder? They have known me as a co-founder for 10 years now. When the networking events, I'm like, welcomed as co-founder of 2 startups and this and that, because people create a perception of you and you don't want to lose that perception. That is the stupidest thing that we do to ourselves throughout our life. जो लोग अपने बारे में सोच रहे हैं, हम उसको जिंदा रखते हैं एंड कहीं ना कहीं हम उसमें अपने आप को खो देते हैं, बिकॉज वी थिंक अरे ये बनाए रखना है, ये जो लोग सोच रहे हैं ना ये बनाए रखना है मुझे. But it's very exhausting, let me tell you that. It's very exhausting to be something you are not. And I was not an entrepreneur by heart. I was entrepreneur by heart, but I had no idea how to do this anymore. Because now I am running my brand, Batto Ki Bakwas, and there also I'm doing what I used to do at Nail Bites and Utpatang. But I had no idea how to run Utpatang anymore. I had tried everything. So yes, it affects your mental strength and you deal with it. You actually take help. I took a lot of help. I took a lot of help at that point of time.
So as Toastmaster, I'm sure हम सब भी ये देख रहे होंगे that you won the contest at club level or area division once. वो expectation बन जाता है that I have to keep being that perfectionist good speaker. I have to keep winning contest. And if that doesn't happen, it starts impacting us also individually. And of course, we can't have both the boats, right? We can't be a communicator and a district officer. I mean, that's where I can connect with you, Anamika. I had a failed startup, and for 6 to 9 months, I know I was off track. I didn't know what I was doing. It takes a little while, but the fact is that we come back stronger. And that's when I'm going to come to the second part of your journey, which brings you to us over here. That viral poetry of yours, "माँ तुम भी गलत हो सकती हो." Tell us, how did that happen?
So I moved back to Jaipur with the idea that I will start something again, because an entrepreneur never gives up, right? एक चीज बंद होती है, 5 महीने तक बोलते हैं अब मैं कभी स्टार्टअप शुरू नहीं करूंगा, 6वें महीने बोलते हैं कि अच्छा अब क्या करें क्या करें क्या करें. You have that in your head. And I did a research for good 3-4 months to start a clothing brand. Because my mother was kind of had a good sense and everything, so we planned a startup. But this time I had a lot of learning backing me up. The 10 years of learning, I didn't have a mentor, but the 10 years of learning was enough for me to tell me that यहाँ फिर मैं वही गड़बड़ी कर रही हूँ जो मैं पहले कर चुकी हूँ. तो मैं बैकआउट करती जा रही थी हर स्टेप पे. And after 3 months of going through that, I realized that this is not I want to do. I'm not going to put my energy into it. Then there was this one friend of mine in Jaipur who was conducting an event for Mother's Day. Like he planned an event where he invited mothers to share their poems, stories, and perform on stage, because we realized that mothers don't get a stage to perform, though they are the original storytellers of our life. And there are many mothers who write while they're at home, but they never get a stage to perform. So that friend was a very dear friend of mine. And he casually said, why don't you also perform a poem and you write something on mothers? While mothers perform for others, like, on different topics, why don't you write something on mothers and it would be like a tribute to mothers? And I had no idea why he had asked me that. So if I missed that, I am a copywriter and I have been a copywriter for 10 years, like now 14 years. And I used to write, and I came from a lineage where my family had poets and everything. But I was not a regular writer at all. And I had no idea why this friend had asked me. I think he also had no idea why he asked me. So he asked me to write this poem, and I thought it was a casual ask, and I let it go. But a day before the event, he asked me to. He again followed up कि कुछ लिखा है क्या? तो मैंने सोचा कि यार एक बार कोशिश करते हैं, मतलब बैठ के कोशिश तो करते हैं कि पेन पेपर तो उठाते हैं. When I sat down to write, it was to write on mothers. And what clicks you when you're writing on mothers? The sacrifice, the the godly image that we have of mothers, and how mothers can never be wrong, and they are the essence of our lives and everything. And since I had heard a lot about that, I thought that is not what I see a mother as. And since I had a very close relationship with my mother, I kept her as the inspiration, and I thought, let me write something about how my mother is. My mother is not that godly, and everyone perceives their mothers to be, and how they, put the image in front for others. So that is how "Ma Tum Bhi Galat Ho Sakti Ho" came about. So there I talked about mothers can make mistakes. We need to not treat them as God, but instead humans, so that they have the space to create mistakes just as we people. So I think the burden of this pedestal that we place them on is not very comforting to mothers, right? They can't go wrong with their cooking skills. They can't go wrong with their upbringing skills. They can't go wrong anywhere. And that is a burden if you think about it. So that was what the poem was about. And पोएम जब सुनाने की इवेंट में गई थी तो पेपर पे लिख के गई थी. पहला परफॉर्मेंस स्टेज पे, कभी नहीं परफॉर्म किया. एलोक्यूशन रेसिटेशन स्कूल में किया था. एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंड इज कि इवेंट में इतनी सारी मदर्स टर्न अप हुई कि टाइम नहीं बचा पोएम सुनाने का. तो फ्रेंड केम इन बिटवीन एंड सेड कि अनामिका शायद हो नहीं पाएगा, आज अपने पास टाइम नहीं, ऑलरेडी सबको जाना है और 10:30 बज गए हैं. आई थॉट ओके, बिकॉज आई वाज ऑलरेडी सो फियरफुल ऑफ गेटिंग अप ऑन स्टेज. I was relieved that, okay, I will not have to, narrate the poem. But towards the end of the event, there was a folk performance. So they were setting up the mic, the stage, and वो होता है ना तबला वबला सेट कर रहे हैं, ट्यून कर रहे हैं. So the friend came and said कि ये इनको 5 मिनट लगेगा. So if you want, you can just use this time to narrate your poem. So if you see the video, बैकग्राउंड में स्टेज सेट हो रहा है, मतलब वो अपना कस रहे हैं, फोक सिंगर्स आके बैठ के परफॉर्म के लिए तैयार हो रहे हैं. सो मुझे धक्का मिला थोड़ा मेरे पार्टनर से, मेरे भैया से कि जा 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 करके. तो वो शुरुआत में जो आपके होते हैं डर, मेरे हाथ कांप रहे, आपको वीडियो में नहीं दिखेगा, पर मेरी आवाज भी कांप रही है उसमें. और मेरे सामने मम्मी बैठी हुई हैं और सारी मम्मियां बैठी हुई हैं. सो नाउ इमेजिन आई एम रीडिंग अ पोएम ऑन मदर्स, टू मदर्स. सो आई थिंक दैट because my mother was sitting there and I had actually returned keeping her in mind, the emotions came out well. And I was a little relaxed because घर परिवार था सामने, right? It was not something unknown to me or something. पोएम पढ़ने के बाद में कुछ अलग सा रिएक्शन आया, मतलब कुछ लोग रो रहे थे और some mothers came and hugged me, and a girl came running and said कि the paper you are reading from, can I have that paper? And I just couldn't understand what is happening right now. So, and I gave that paper, and next day videos started coming up, the clippings on different platforms. मैंने सोचा कि चलो मैं छोटी सी, जब तक पूरा वीडियो एडिटेड होकर बाहर नहीं आता है, मैं अपना जो एक मेरे पार्टनर ने वीडियो क्लिक किया था वो शेयर करती हूँ. And I shared that video clipped through mobile, like recorded through mobile. And I received the kind of response that मैं आज भी fathom नहीं कर पाती, frankly speaking, because एक तो होता है कि आपको अच्छा response मिलता है, एक होता है कि you realize that you had an impact through a bunch of words which you will never have if you plan to, right? It had the kind of impact and the stories that started coming in, the screenshots that filled my WhatsApp, then this newspaper published about it, and things started happening from then. That was my first poem. So now I was not ready for any of this, to be really frank. तो क्या करती थी मैं ऐसे बैठती थी और बस कमेंट्स पढ़ती रहती. तो मुझे लोग पूछते थे अच्छा आगे क्या प्लान है, आगे क्या प्लान है. कोई प्लान नहीं है. I am reading comments. I am just enjoying this. So I was like reading YouTube comments, reading the Facebook comments, responding to them, WhatsApp, and taking it all in, right? But I realized that people were expecting more. That is how then the journey of Batto Ki Bakwas started. So Batto is my pet name, which I was felt very awkward about in my childhood. But since now I wanted to be someone who I really am, I used this name to create the journey, forward, and thought कि ये जो नाम है जिससे मुझे शर्म आती है, अब इसी को मैं I will make the brand out of, what I'm trying to do. So that is how the journey started.
So you spoke about, I have a quote which I'll share over here. Timing, perseverance, and 10 years of trying will eventually make you look like an overnight success. You spoke about the fact that ये overnight एक video viral हो गया. So much of us put efforts in making a good speech, a good reel, a good Instagram story, a good ad short. But वो viral नहीं होते हैं. A random, out of the blue, something which touches people became viral. So that's the story of life. बहुत बार कितनी भी मेहनत कर लो, at the end you don't know what will work and what will not work. The part is you have to keep working and keep doing what you do really well. And the fact that you have a family of generations of poets or writers, you were into copywriting for quite some time. So and just started eventually. I'm going to open the floor for questions in a bit. So if you have questions, please start from the chat section. Before that, Anamika, you have 2 more lines for us.
So this is something I actually wrote here. If you can read this, can anyone read this? Can anyone read this, or should I read this for you? I will read this for you. Zindagi ke shore mein. Yeah, please. If someone can read it for me, I would be more than glad. Was it Chakradhar ji who was trying to read it?
I think his network is not supporting him, so you'll have to do it.
So this is my mantra right now. This is what I stand by and talk about, and I will actually talk about it in 2 minutes. जिंदगी के इस शोर में तू अपनी धुन ना खोना, कान गड़ाए बैठा है तेरी खुशी का कोना. So what happens is we think कि मैं जो चाहता हूँ वो मैं कैसे प्लान करूँ, क्या करूँ, कैसे करूँ, ये तो कभी नहीं होने वाला. अभी जो मैं कर रहा हूँ इसके हिसाब से तो वो कभी मैं अचीव नहीं कर पाऊंगा या कर पाऊंगी. You constantly struggle with your dreams or your aspirations where you want to get yourself into. But मैंने जब सरेंडर करना सीखा ना, तब ये पॉसिबल हुआ. तो जब उसने बोला कि अरे पोएम लिखो, मैंने कहा ठीक है यार लिख देते हैं. तो किसी ने बोला स्टेज पे बोलो, ठीक है बोल देते हैं. Go with the flow at times. Just surrender in between. When you feel you can't control everything around, the best thing you can do is to give yourself to the flow of things that is happening around. You have no idea what things have been planned for you. Because अपन बोलते हैं ना कि life is what happens when you are busy planning it. That is exactly true. मैं प्लान नहीं कर सकती थी, कभी नहीं कर सकती थी ये प्लान. This couldn't have been planned. ये प्लान करना बहुत दूर की बात है, ये मेरे दिमाग में भी कहीं नहीं था. But the one thing I remember in a car ride in Delhi when I was very distressed, down with debt of, can you imagine the amount of debt that I was in? Any guesses? Yeah.
The chat is open. You can talk. The chat is open.
Oh no, my startup was not so big. 2 crore का कर्जा होता तो फिर बात ही क्या थी.
तो आज अनामिका लंदन में होती, but not the point.
मैं लंदन में बैठ के अपनी फेलियर स्टोरी सुना रही होती, यहाँ जयपुर में नहीं बैठी. So it was, I will tell you, thank you for respecting with that much कर्जा. मुझे लगता है जितना बड़ा कर्जा उतना आपका इज्जत. So it was 26 lakhs. And for someone who is just who started at the age of 24 and who ran the startup for 10 years, a 26 lakh karja can almost mentally bring you down to the level where you think you can't get up. And I didn't try to get up. I just decided to surrender. I decided to understand people around, just to go with the flow. मैं इसका power आपको नहीं बता सकती. Have a vision board. It will do miracles to you. It has done to me. So I'm just telling you, have a vision board if you think you can't control things around, and things will be taken care of. So that is what happened to me. So that I just wanted to put this out to you.
The fact that words have power, does it resonate with the Toastmasters when I read these words? Words have power. Let me go with the flow. I had something from written a while back. So I'm going with the flow. Don't send me brickbats, just trying to give it a try over here. वो अल्फाज ही तो होते हैं, कह दो तो फासले मिट जाते हैं, और ना कहो तो दूरियां बढ़ जाती हैं, वो अल्फाज ही तो होते हैं. With that, there are a few questions flowing for you in the chat section. So, Anamika, I'm going to open it for us to answer these questions from people. The first question is, did you have the fear of missing out on life experiences? मतलब you want to be everywhere, right? You want to be omnipresent. बहुत कुछ चल रहा होता है life में, especially as a startup entrepreneur. You have to be a marketer, networking, and you have to do your relationship. Do you think you have to sacrifice something to be successful with something else? And then the fear of missing out. अगर मैं ये करूंगी तो ये छूट जाएगा, ये करूंगा तो वो छूट जाएगा. How did you manage that?
I will tell you a very interesting thing about that. I was this person who was never living in the present. तो मुझे क्या लगता था, अभी जो मेरे पास है ना, कि एक कमरे में रह रही हूँ, स्टार्टअप जो है ऐसे डूब रहा है और रिलेशनशिप प्रॉपर नहीं जा रहा है, ये तो अभी रह रहा है, बट मेरा फ्यूचर तो बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है. माई फ्यूचर इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक वेयर आई विल हैव everything that I'm looking forward to. I will have foreign trips planned and this and that. So I always used to live in the future. तो अभी जो था उसको मैं सोचती थी कि ये तो टेम्पररी है. आई ऑलवेज यूज टू कैरी दिस टेम्पररी फीलिंग कि दिस कांट बी माई लाइफ, this can't be what I will end up with. I will have a better life, I will have a better earning, I will have a better revenue streams, and happy go lucky kind of life around. But I will tell you what my psychologist told me. That one piece of advice changed my entire life around, and I will just share that with you. तो उसने कहा कि ठीक है अनामिका, मान लिया कि ये तुम्हारी टेम्पररी लाइफ है और तुम्हारा फ्यूचर बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है, पर क्या जब आप फ्यूचर में जाओगे और पीछे मुड़ के देखोगे तो इसको याद रखने के लिए तुम इन मेमोरीज के बारे में कुछ कर रहे हो? मतलब पीछे मुड़ के देखोगे तो ये दिन कैसे याद करोगे तुम? So work on your present so that when you are in future, you can move back and look back and smile at those days. If you don't invest in these days, if you don't put yourself and put your energy in making these days beautiful, how is it going to happen that your future could be a beautiful one? You will have to start somewhere. मैंने लिटरली अपने घर के कर्टन्स बदले, पौधे लेकर आई, घर को सुंदर बनाया, started watering plants, started taking care of myself, and literally you will have to enjoy your today. You can make your today as happy as possible. The fear of missing out is a myth. आप 40 साल के हो जाओगे, 50 साल के हो जाओगे, 70 साल के हो जाओगे, you will still want to be someone else. And आपके 70 साल बीत गए उस दौरान to be wanting to be someone else. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इसलिए मैं ग्रेटिट्यूड जर्नल लिखती हूँ. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है what I have today will, अगर मैं आज का अप्रिशिएट नहीं करूंगी तो मुझे कल नहीं मिलने वाला जो मैं देखना चाहती हूँ या चाहती हूँ अपनी लाइफ में. So now I keep appreciating what I have today so that the God or the energy, the universe knows that I am appreciating what I am having today. So, bless me with more if you can, but I am happy with where I am today. So fear of missing out बहुत बड़ा कीड़ा है जो खोखला कर देता है आपको अंदर से, and it's not worth it. I think it's never worth it.
I think the current situation of the pandemic has made that reality check for a lot of us people कि हमें नहीं पता कल क्या होने वाला है. That fear of the outside gratification has kind of reduced, and we are trying to get that in ourselves. And in the pandemic, I got my house done. So if you see all this painting and there are plants and all around, I did this in November, just around Diwali. कि कब तक मैं वेट करूंगा फॉर अ बिगर हाउस. इट्स जो है जहाँ है वहाँ खुश रहना सीखो, कितनी भी कोशिश कर लो. माय फेवरेट डायलॉग फ्रॉम अ मूवी ये जवानी दीवानी, चाहे तुम कितनी भी कोशिश कर लो कुछ ना कुछ तो छूटेगा ही, तो क्यों ना जहाँ है वही के मजे ले ले. The next question for you is Anamika is that words have multiple interpretations. वो पढ़ने वाले के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. When you speak it's different, but when you read it, अगर मेरा मूड खराब है I will take it in that manner. If I'm in a very happy jolly mood I'll take it in that manner. How do you connect with the audience of different types? Do you think before कि ये मैं लिख रही हूँ for the romantic people, this is I'm writing for the sad people? मतलब अरिजीत songs को छोड़ देते हैं for our time being, but otherwise in general, how do you go about writing your content?
So I have this constraint, बोलो उसको कुछ भी बोलो. I can't write about anything or romanticize anything if I haven't gone through it. I can't romanticize things, frankly speaking. So when I want to write on something, for example, generally topic finds me rather than me looking out for a topic. You know, someone around will talk about an issue, and then it will start circling in my head ki ha, and then I will start noticing things around that topic, that ye hai, iska ye aspect bhi hai, ye aspect bhi. I will let it cook in my head before I sit down to write. But मैं जब कोई टॉपिक पे लिखने बैठती हूँ ना, तो if you want, don't that's what I learned, right? Don't try to write a good poem. Never try to write a good poem. Try to write an honest poem. Try to write what you are exactly feeling about that topic. Try to write what you exactly know about that topic, because it's a responsibility. You can't try to good look by using big words or trying to speak about in a philosophical way so that people will take you seriously. No, there are enough people out there doing that, because you have something else to say about the same topic about which thousands of people have already written. So if you don't say what you have to say, you're losing out on that opportunity to be different from others. So जब मैं पापा पे भी लिखने बैठी, फादर्स पे लिखने बैठी, I wrote about an aspect which very few people talk about, right? Like बेटी पे जब लिखने बैठी, या फिर मैं बाद में और भी टॉपिक्स पे. So I don't just write about relationships to be out there. I write about chai, I write about zindagi and everything. But yeah, because that's how I write. I really think about, do I have anything to say about this? There have been requests that come in my inbox that, why don't you write about this? Why don't you write about that? And my point is that I can't write about that if I have no idea about that. Because writing a poem, putting out on social media is a responsibility. You will have to understand that at the moment you forget that, you are going to be someone who just have a computer as an access and putting out words, so that just because you have an access and you know how to use Canva, you are not using your real strength over there. तो मैं तब मेरी poems बहुत धीरे धीरे आती हैं, महीने में एक आती है या 2 महीने में एक आती है. I don't write very regularly. I write 4-liners regularly because that are thoughts that keep running in my head. But for a poem, I take my time. I take my time completely to let that cook.
So everyone trying to write your next perfect speech, वो कल नहीं लिख पाओगे तुम. Give it some time. It will take a while, but it will come and you'll get that viral speech. One last question for Anamika, as we are running slightly on schedule, on time right now. If there's one advice, one line, which Anamika of 2021 wants to tell the Anamika of 2009, when you started 13 years back, 14 years back, what is that one line, one advice you'll give yourself?
Frankly speaking, Hardik, this is a very, क्या बोलते हैं, क्या
Cliche
पूछा है तो
question.
सोच के बोलने वाला,
Cliche
पूछा है तो
question.
चलो. No, not cliche question. It's a kind of question that anyone will answer and can come up with an answer. But मैं हमेशा तरुण को भी बोलती हूँ, though we had 2 failed startups, though we started out with no preparation at all, I don't think I would want to go any other way. I met the kind of people, had the kind of experiences that shaped me what I am today. And there is no point in trying to change that, because मुझे नहीं लगता कि if I had been in a नौकरी, क्योंकि मुझे लोग बोलते हैं कि अरे नौकरी होती तो अब तक तेरा खुद का घर होता, गाड़ी होती, और like the youngsters that have today. So there's a funny thing, हम जिनको सैलरी पे करते थे, हमारे कॉपीराइटर्स को, जो हमारी टीम थी, वो कार में आते थे, मैं और तरुण स्कूटी पे जाते थे. And when there was this big meetings in big hotels, because we were supposed to meet the co-founders of the companies, so founders of the companies as agencies, we used to go by auto because that was far and everything. And हम ऑटो को बोलते थे कि यार यहीं पे रोक देना, and we would just put on our coats and go as if गाड़ी पार्क करके आए जो है. So the kind of experiences have made me realize that this is life, right? And I don't want to say anything to that 2009 Anamika. I did pretty well as I could have at that point of time, and I'm doing what I could today. So it's all good.
So I think that relates to this line, कि मैं जिंदगी भर काश नहीं कहना चाहता. To look back and say, अगर काश मैंने उस दिन थोड़ी हिम्मत कर ली होती, शायद जिंदगी कुछ अलग होती. Before I close it, I don't want to be the closing person. I want you to close this session with a few lines or probably any of your favorite poems which you want to share with the audience in the house today.
So how much time do we have? It depends on that, right?
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Do you want to hear Mother poem, the first poem that I am talking about? Do
I
you
think
want
let's
to?
do that. I think that has a nostalgia feel to it. Let's do that.
Right? Let's do that. I think that will give you an idea. The
And guys, or
title,
video on kar lo, please. I think Anamika wants to see all of you people smiling, crying, reacting to this poem.
yeah, I I
And as
definitely do.
Toastmasters, please. Yes, now is the fun part. Anamika, the stage is all yours.
So Anan, your name is Anan. He's actually Irshad Irshad. Okay, so let me just start. माँ तुम भी गलत हो सकती हो. वो माँ है, वो माँ है, तो गलत कैसे हो सकती है भला? परवरिश में कोई कमी न रह जाए, टिफिन में खाना एकदम स्वादिष्ट जाए, बच्चों के कपड़े वक्त पे धुल जाएं, एक भी दाग रह ना जाए. वो माँ है, वो गलत कैसे हो सकती है भला? नौकरी करनी चाहिए तो बच्चों ने रोक दिया, नौकरी करनी चाहिए तो बच्चों ने रोक दिया, कुछ घर पर ही करना चाहा तो सबने टोक दिया. तुम माँ हो, तुम भला अपना वक्त बच्चों से कैसे छीन सकती हो? तुम माँ हो, तुम भला अपने लिए कैसे जी सकती हो? बचपन से हम बच्चों ने माँ पर कुछ ऐसा प्यार जताया कि माँ को हमेशा सही करने के लिए मजबूर ही पाया. माँ, दोस्तों के सामने नाक मत कटवाना. सुनो माँ, स्कूल में ना कुछ प्रॉपर पहन के आना. आप अंग्रेजी बोलने की कोशिश मत किया करो, आप रहने ही दो, घर पे रहा करो. जो माँ बच्चों की गलतियों को 1000 बार माफ कर देती है, वो माँ खुद कभी गलत नहीं हो सकती है. खैर, हमारे साथ माँ भी बड़ी हुई, पर आज भी देखती हूँ उन्हें अपने आंखों के कोने से मुझे देखते हुए, जिसे पूछ रही हूँ, सही तो पहना है ना, यही बोलना है ना, ऐसे करूं कि वैसे करूं. जिस माँ से हमने सब कुछ सीखा, वो ताउम्र हम बच्चों से सीखने की कोशिश करती रही कि माँ होकर कहीं मैं गलत ना हो जाऊं, जैसा बच्चा चाहे वैसा बनकर दिखाऊं. तो आज माँ, मैं आपसे माफी मांगती हूँ, वादा करती हूँ आपके साथ खड़ी रहूंगी. आप सही करो या गलत, आपसे जुड़ी रहूंगी. हमसे ना कोई इजाजत ना मांगना, जो मन करे ना बस वो करते जाना. माँ, आप गलत हो सकती हो, आप जैसी भी हो माँ ही रहोगी. आपको भगवान बनाकर नहीं रखेंगे, आप इंसान बनकर जियोगी. खुलकर गलतियां करना, खुलकर जीना, और जैसे आप खड़ी थी ना हमारे साथ, मैं आपके साथ खड़ी रहूंगी. थैंक यू.
I will request everyone to have the videos and have the heart reaction on. And can I request the Zoom Master 2 or anyone to click snapshots of this? Thank you so much, Anamika. That's been a warm, warm poem. And thank you for sharing your entire journey with us in the last 30 minutes. I wish we had more time. But as Toastmasters, we believe in the green, yellow, red card. और मेरे को मेरी टीम रेड कार्ड दिखा रही है कि हार्दिक, it's not your time anymore. It's बत्तों का time. Thank you so much for being a part of this. It's been a pleasure hosting you. I hope the audience, enjoyed what you shared with all of us. With that,
Thanks,
it's been a wrap to this amazing medley session. Thank you so much, Anamika, for being a part of it.
Bye
Thank you for
bye.
taking time out and being a part of this. Handing over the virtual screen stage back to a master of ceremonies, Rohan.